Did you know that kidneys donated by Black Americans are more likely to be discarded than those from any other racial group? With over 100,000 people in the U.S. awaiting kidney transplants, this raises a troubling question. Why is this happening, and what can we do about it? This is not just a statistic, but a pressing issue that demands our attention and action. Kidney disease is one of the leading causes of death in the U.S., affecting millions. But for Black Americans, the numbers are bleak. Despite making up only 12% of the U.S. population, Black Americans account for a staggering 35% of kidney failure cases. This disparity is primarily driven by higher rates of diabetes and high blood pressure in the community, both major contributors to kidney disease. Yet, when it comes to organ transplants, the story takes an even darker turn. Black Americans are more likely to need kidney transplants, but less likely to receive them. And shockingly, kidneys from Black donors are discarded at disproportionately high rates. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a systemic issue. It's an injustice that needs to be addressed. The problem lies in a critical part of the U.S. organ transplantation system, the Kidney Donor Profile Index, or KDPI. This algorithm evaluates the quality of a donated kidney based on 10 factors, such as the donor's age, medical history, and, believe it or not, their race. Yes, race is baked into this equation. Why? Past research shows that kidneys from Black donors are statistically more likely to fail sooner after transplantation than those from donors of other races. This brings down the average lifespan score of kidneys from Black donors. When the algorithm downgrades their quality, these kidneys are more likely to be thrown away. But let's take a step back. The idea of using race as a factor assumes that all Black donors, or people of any race, share similar biological characteristics. Yet, science tells us otherwise. Human genetic diversity is far greater within racial groups than between them. What might be at play here? Researchers point to a genetic factor, the APOL1 gene. Specific variants of this gene, more common among people with West African ancestry, are linked to a higher risk of kidney disease. However, not everyone with these gene variants develops the disease. This is where things get complicated. The current system oversimplifies by using race as a proxy for genetics, which leads to unnecessary kidney waste. Now, imagine you're a Black donor or their family. You've made the life-saving decision to donate, only to find out your kidney is more likely to end up in a medical waste bin because of a flawed algorithm. How would you feel? For many, this reinforces a long-standing distrust of the healthcare system, a system that has a history of neglecting and mistreating Black communities. So, how do we fix this? Experts suggest several paths forward. One idea is to stop entirely considering race in the KDPI. But this has risks, like unintentionally transplanting kidneys that are more likely to fail because of undetected genetic issues. A more promising solution lies in focusing on genetic markers, like the APOL1 gene, rather than race. Studies like the Apollo Project are already working to better understand these genetic factors. Targeting the actual risks could reduce waste while ensuring recipients receive healthy, functional kidneys. This is a hopeful path towards a more equitable and efficient system. This isn't just a medical or technical issue, it's an ethical one. Every wasted kidney represents a lost chance to save a life, especially in communities already facing stark health disparities. Reforming this system isn't just about improving efficiency. It's about justice, equity, and honoring the gift of organ donation. If we can move away from outdated assumptions about race and focus on the actual science, we'll not only save more lives, but also restore trust in a system that desperately needs it. The question is, will we act?